Hi and welcome to the Real Ladies of Boxing, where women with working knowledge and experience of the fight game bring you the latest news and reviews. My name is Jacqui-Lee Pryce and my co-host is Lisa Whiteside. How you doing, Lise?
Tired. Hence the cap. I was like straight away. Obviously, we'd planned, hadn't we, to do this interview today, and baby's teething, was up from 4 o'clock, shattered. But do you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world. But I'm like, I need to blow dry my hair. I need to that. And I'm just like, do you know what? I'll just be who I am. I'll put my cap on and I'll just tell you I'm all tired.
To be fair, I was going to wear my cap and then I thought two of us wearing caps. It would have been like that. Listen, there's been some amazing stuff going on in the fight world at the minute. We're going to have our guest on later on, which is Johanna Wonyou, a girl that's just come over from France who's settled here. We'll talk about that later, her performance later. Raven Champman, I know it's a bit late, but Raven Champman joining Frank Warren.
Made up for her. Do you know what? She is made for the pros. Her style, her aggression. We've spent many rounds sparring, and I think she probably got not pushed aside in the amateurs, but I think her style wasn't suited as much, where I don't think she's going to have to change much as a pro, because she's aggressive, she's strong, she comes forward, and yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So they've done a good deal there, and Frank Warren, you know, they've got a good girl there to obviously promote female boxing. It's nice that they've signed someone, and obviously that will hopefully open doors for female boxers too.
Yeah, because they've been a little bit late. I mean, they've had obviously Nicola Adams, and then that didn't pan out for because she was injured and then had to retire. And then I think they were a little bit reluctant to take on another female fighter, and there's some cracking female fighters out there. So, like you say, I'm really pleased for Raven. She is a workhorse as well. I've actually coached her as well, a workhorse.
Yeah, she's brilliant. She's absolute. You know, she won't leave. She'll push herself all the way, and she'll be fit and ready. She'll never take, you know, the easy road at all. So, yeah, it's a cracking move, and I can't wait to see her fight.
Do you think she has what it takes to become a world champion?
I think she's strong enough, yeah. I think she's got, and her heart and her desire as well, but she's also really strong. And I think, is she fighting at featherweight, which I think she will smash. I don't think there'll be any issues whatsoever. I didn't know if there was any talk of her coming down to super bantam, but I think she would struggle because she's a stocky, strong, you know, she's a powerhouse, and I don't think she needs to. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that because it'd be in the same weight as me, because we you know, we're great friends. But yeah, I think she will. I think she'll destroy the division. I think she really will.
Yeah, and this coming Saturday, the 12th of March, on the Conlon Woods undercard, another little powerhouse, Sandy Ryan, is out.
Oh yes, my good old mate. Yeah, she's out. She's obviously fighting the girl who has only just recently boxed Michaela Mayer.
Michaela Mayer. Yeah.
So, and she's ranked quite high. So is this Sandy's third or fourth fight, you think?
I think it's a third. I could be wrong. I should have double checked that.
Yeah.
To be fair.
But you just think she's making step ups straight away, and because I know Sandy, and she will not want to have someone in front of her who gives her nothing back. Do you know what I mean? And I know what will happen on Saturday. She'll destroy the girl, and she's super strong. And I think even more so now, since she's turned over, you can see the strength in her, and there's massive things to come for Sandy, and I'm dead chuffed for her, because she's had tough times with injuries and times at GB. So, you know, she bided her time, and then she had to get operations, and now she's turned over, and she's going to get what she deserves.
100%. I tell you what, she's looking tasty. not only just a boxing ability, like you say, she's really strong. And when she's sort of chopping in them body shots.
Oh, yeah, they're nice.
They are.
Yeah,
Yeah, just the way you say, yeah, they're nice. Tasty.
Ooh. Yeah, they are brilliant.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And then now Terri Harpe is on that card also. She's got a new opponent, new weight. I'm just wondering, is it too soon for her to be out, or is it a good thing for her to get straight back on the horse?
I think, do you know what? The mentality of Terri, I think she's unbelievable. And to have come off that defeat, and it will have been very, very tough because it was a hard defeat, wasn't it, with the knockdown? And but she's just, I don't know, she's an amazing person that she just goes, you know what? I know I'm not right. Steph is there with her. You can see the relationship with them two is just unbelievable. And they've gone, no, we need to move up in weight. She's looking strong, physically, she looks in great shape. So hopefully, moving up in weight and not depleting her body down brings her the strength as well. She's again, she gives it 120%, doesn't she? So I hope it's the right move, and I really wish her the absolute best. Let's hope she can get a world title at that weight.
And then two weight.
Yeah, then you know what? Yes, she got that defeat, but it was only to the fact of the weight making side of things, and she knew that she was depleted, and but look what she achieved at the weight prior to that occurring at such a young age with little experience, and she absolutely smashed it. So no, I really hope she smashes it on Saturday.
Her opponent was supposed to be Heather Hardy. Unfortunately, she's pulled out with an injury. How do you think that will affect Terri's mind in the sense of, okay, I'm coming back, it's a new way, I was planning for this opponent and now somebody else has turned up?
I don't think it'll make a difference. For me, it's like, I bet Terri's in the same mindset as me. If you have an opponent, you don't concentrate on that opponent, you concentrate on what you are going to do. And if she believes in herself, which I know she does 100%, then she'll be concentrating on what she does. Yeah, if there's a massive difference of that, they've gone from 6 foot to now the 4 foot or the southpaw, you've got to obviously make changes. But other than that, concentrate on what you're going to do on the night. So no, I think she'll take it in a stride, and I think she'll box brilliant.
Earlier this week, we had a press conference with a no-show. Dillian Whyte was supposed to meet Mr. Fury. He didn't turn up. What are your thoughts? Do you think that's mind games?
I don't know, because can you play mind games with Tyson Fury? I mean, it's like, it ain't going to worry him, is it? If anything, is it because Whyte didn't turn up because he didn't want to get, bombarded off Tyson Fury? Because Tyson's the man, isn't he? And you ain't going to win an argument against him, or, he's going to be the limelight of it all. So I'm a bit confused. What's your thoughts, Jackie? I'm confused to why he did it.
It's funny because I'm hearing loads of different things, and I don't know which are true. I was hearing that he wasn't getting paid to promote, and I can see both sides of the argument. One side is being, why should I promote if I'm not getting paid? But then equally, I think in terms of coverage, he's going to get masses of coverage. And Tyson Fury is the biggest star at the minute. So, and then also people are saying that he's actually doing a Tyson Fury. He's doing what Tyson Fury did to the Klitschko brothers, or one of the Klitschko brothers. So I don't know.
Yeah, it confuses me, but it's ace, and it's great to watch.
What I would have liked to have seen is those two trying to have a sort of mind battle, a war of words.
Yeah, it would have been nice to watch, but I'm sure it's going to come. I'm sure it'll come.
Yeah. And AJ apparently has announced his full-time coach. I don't know if this is true, Lisa. I really don't know if this is true, but he has mentioned that he's going to be with Angel Fernandez. What do you think about him leaving his old coach at such a crucial point in his career?
It's a hard one, isn't it? Obviously, I know Angel has been with him on the last few fights, hasn't he, as part of the team? So they've obviously made some sort of connection and something's worked there. So it's that personal choice, isn't it, for AJ and what works well for him? Obviously, Rob McCracken, you know, you're not going to get better than Rob McCracken. He's absolutely phenomenal. You've just seen Galal make his pro debut, getting a title straight away, and who's in his corner? It's Rob. So yeah, Rob's very, very knowledgeable. But it's personal choice, isn't it? And I suppose he's got to look at, right, well, I got beat. What changes can I do? What can I do to get myself better and get that win? And if he feels that's the route, then, you know, let's hope that's the route that makes it better for him.
It's interesting because when I read stuff on social media, everyone seems to blame the coach. And as a coach, obviously, and you're a coach, I get quite offended by that. Because at some point, you have to look at A, the opponent, and B, you kind of have to point the finger at yourself as well, and sometimes not delivering what the coach is telling you to do. Do you think that was the case on the night, or Usyk was just a little bit too much for him? Mentally, the game playing, everything.
Yeah, Usyk's phenomenal, isn't he? But also, yeah, you're exactly right. You can't, if you lose a fight, you then can't say, oh, it's the coach's fault. You've got to take personal responsibility. I've done it in spars and come out of a spar thinking, God, I just sparred rubbish then. And Mick's like saying to me, why didn't you do that? I'm like, I don't know. It just didn't come off. And sometimes, do you know what? You have a bad day at the office. And it doesn't matter how big the fight is or what happens. It can happen on the day, can't it? So let's just hope Josh had a bad day at the office, but against someone who's phenomenal, isn't he? So it's what can he do to beat him on that second time? So if that fight ever occurs with the current situation, God bless Usyk, you know, he's come back to his country and God bless him and his family and the country. It's just amazing.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I can't see that fight happening this year.
No. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to see and hard to watch. It's hard to see and carry on in our world of boxing and then see another, you know, the other side of the world, what's occurring. So, yeah, it's difficult.
Angel hasn't been around that long, but he has worked with, you know, or is working with quite a few top names and stuff. Some people are saying that he's not as experienced, but he must be doing something right that he's able to sort of get all these new crop of talent, surely.
Yeah, I think, is it Fraser's gone with him? I think Fraser works with him, Fraser Clark. So you've got another heavyweight. So he obviously he's doing something right and people are liking it. So every credit to him. And do you know what? It's nice to bring new blood into the game, isn't it? And just because he's not got that experience doesn't mean he's not a very, very, very good coach. And look at him now working with the best already. So, every credit to him, and it'll be enjoyable to see what he does with his boxers.
I mean, he did say when they asked him the question, AJ said he's going to be my coach, my strength and conditioning coach, my nutritionalist. I was like, he's taking a piss.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, God, he's got a lot to do there, hasn't he?
He has, hasn't he? I hope he's getting paid well. Let's talk about Friday evening's fights. The Tower tussle at Tower Hill. 3 amateurs that I know, and I know that you know one of them. Let's talk about the first one who made a debut, Louise Orton. I mean, finally.
I know, gosh, it must have been so tough for all them cancelled fights and that wait. And gosh, it's pretty much, she's had the same time out as me, having a baby and having a shoulder operation. You think, good God, must have been so hard for her to keep motivated. But from watching the fight, it didn't show in there at all. I think first round, she just needed to just get that ring rust off. But then watching it was beautiful to watch. I think she's got range. She's got, accurate with her shots, sharpness. Her head movement was brilliant. She couldn't miss with the 1-2, could she? It was a bam, bam, straight down. and then a lovely left hooks. I was like, yeah, I was really chuffed for her. I think had she put it on her a bit more, I think she'd have easily stopped her. But I think she just stuck to the tactics and, you know, to the game plan. And sometimes it's better to get them rounds in, isn't it? Especially because she's been out for so long. Get your 6 rounds in and move on to the next one. But I thought she looked really good.
I thought she looked good. I think, like you said, the first part was the first round, probably the first half of the first round, if that makes sense. There was a little bit of ring rust needed to get that off, and it was more about a distance thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But once she started getting on top of the distance, she started to dominate in round 2. She started to, do a little bit of showboating, really started to enjoy herself. And I thought, you know what, at the end of the day, yes, we can pick holes and this, that, and the other, but she got there, she got it out the way, and now it's move on to the next one and build on that. Because I think what people forget is the amateur game and the pro game are 2 different things, are 2 different styles, and people trying to find their footing, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. And I think you can see from Louise's style, and you know that you can see that she'll be a strong puncher, and she will, once she obviously gets some weight on that back foot and settles in, like you say. And that wasn't her tactics the other night. It was to get them 6 rounds and just box sensibly, use the long shots. She didn't need to go for that, look for that shot. But I think it'll just come off naturally as she progresses through, because you can see how great shape she's in. She's super featherweight and she's tall, she's rangy. I think she will cause some problems at that weight. And, she's only, I think they've said on the Fight Zone, she's 30. She's still a baby compared to me. So,
and me.
Do you know what? she's got loads of opportunities to come in the future. And from watching that as a debut, absolutely cracking. Looking forward to it.
So we're going to have her on in a bit anyway, but Johanna Wonyou, French champion at flyweight, her first fight in the UK, great amateur pedigree. What did you think, Louise?
Oh, I loved it. I really enjoyed watching it. And she's just game, isn't she? She's game. She showed no fear, pure confidence, but a skilled boxer as well. And I think that fight showed that she had good power as well. So welcome to the game. And I know it's not her pro debut, but it's her English debut, isn't it? She's now living over here. She used to be flyweight, but now she's moved, she's going to do bantam. And you think, wow, yeah, I'm telling you now, many of the girls at bantam will avoid her for sure, because she'll be hard work. Utmost respect to her, and you never know, I might meet her in the future. But obviously I'm going to do super bantam. But like I've always said to you, Jackie, I'm never ever going to avoid anybody. And if you want to be the best, you've got to box the best. And you know what? She would be hard work. And yeah,
be a cracking bout though.
Yeah,
2 talented technicians.
She's a baby, but she's strong. She's confident, and utmost respect to her. I really enjoyed watching it.
I did, and I tell you what, seeing her in the changing room, it was it reminded me a little bit of the amateur scene where quite a few people were all in the same space and they didn't have their little own headspace. Tell you what, she was calm, Lisa. She was just calm.
You can see that in her personality, can't you? She's just, I think that's that self-belief, and she knows what she's about. So, really enjoyed it. I was really impressed.
Yeah, I think, like you say, a few people might be doing the old avoidance tactics.
Definitely.
So the next fight on the card, there was 3 fights on that card, or 3 females fights, should I say. The next was Dee Allen. She fought Milena Kaleva. I hope I've said that right. She's had a 3-year wait. She's been out of the ring. First professional fight against a tough operator. I think Milena's been in with Taylor, Hamadouche. A cracking little fight, actually. What do you think?
Wow, yeah, it was just like shocking from the beginning. She got caught with that shot, didn't she, right at the start? And do you know what? It can happen to anybody. So it's not saying, oh, you know, you can't be disrespectful to her or anything like that, because she was unbelievable. She got back up,
Yeah.
she got herself steady, and then within how many seconds, bang, she did the job. And you could see her physical strength, her physique. She looked in great shape. It was just, yeah, she was against for a pro debut to go against someone like that. It's risky, isn't it? And she took the risk. You know, yeah, she got that shot against her, but then she showed what she was about. So should give her massive confidence. And she's tall, she's strong. Yeah, it was a great fight for her.
I've known her since the amateurs, and she's always been a very strong fighter. What I saw yesterday or Friday, whenever it was, I think the development of her self-confidence just oozed in that fight. Yeah, Marlena dropped her, I think it was in 49 seconds, the first 49 seconds. She's come out, she's steamed out, and she's put it on her. And to be fair, what I did like, and I think it shows a lot, is that Allen didn't crumble. Like you said, she got back, she composed herself, and then she went on to put her out, I think, a few minutes later.
Yeah, exactly that. Do you know what? I think, you know, a lot of people would take, you know, discredit her for that, but you actually need to look at that and think, her pro debut, she's gone in with someone who's been in with the best in the world, and she got caught with a shot clean. You know, yeah, there was nothing. She's never going to deny that she got dropped with that shot, but she got up strong. She composed herself, and then in her mindset, you can see that in her mindset is, you're getting it back now. And she did exactly that, and she destroyed her. So every credit to her, and wish her all the best for the future of a boxing career, because what a first fight to have, a debut, a knockout of someone who's been in there with the best in the world.
100%. I don't actually think she was supposed to be fighting that girl. I don't know what happened.
Right.
But you know what? She took the challenge, and she totally, did what she needed to do. So tonight's guest is Johanna Wonyou. How are you doing, Johanna?
Hi, Jackie. I'm doing good. You?
I'm doing well. So listen, last night or Friday night, the Tower Tussle, you were triumphant. You got the KO in the first round. How do you think your performance was?
Yeah, I think my performance was really quick, but with this performance, I can prove that I didn't come in England for nothing.
Yeah. Louise, you have a chance to have a look at it?
Yeah, I did. I watched it today, and she's going to cause people problems. She's strong, she's fast. Her punching combinations were varied. It was really nice to watch. I really enjoyed it. So yeah,
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing her future.
So Johanna, has people been talking to you about, maybe another fight, quite quickly? I'd like to see you out again soon.
Yeah, I think that fight zone will keep me busy because of my performance. My performance was quick. I'm not feeling tired, and I think that with this performance, I give to people the wish to see me again.
Yes. I think that was the warm-up, was it not? That was almost like just the warm-up on Friday night.
My warm-up was longer than my performance.
What can I say? So you had loads of friends that came over. I saw a big crowd, and that's quite nice because you've only just settled here. Is that friends, family, people from the gym?
Yeah, there was my friends, my family, people from the gym, and people who I didn't know, people from the other gym, and I was so happy about that.
Yeah, it was great. It was great to see. So just to let people know, that fight is on Fight Zone. If you get the app, I think it's $1.99 for 3 months. you can catch that fight. But it was at super bantamweight, wasn't it? I mean, you're usually a flyweight. You won the the French title at flyweight. Are you going to stay at that weight now?
I was in flyweight, but it was very, very hard weight to do for me. So now I will go up in bantamweight.
Right. And what about you, Louise? What weight are you?
I'm going to come back super bantam, so what she's just boxed at, but I probably could make bantam, but I used to be flyweight, but having had baby, like she's just explained, it was very, very hard to make that weight, and I don't feel like I need to drop down to that weight. So yeah, I think I'm going to be coming back super bantam. So you never know, we could end up sharing a ring one day, and God, it'd be awesome because she's super talented and utmost respect.
Yeah. Do you know what I think?
At the end it will be that.
Say that again?
I think at the end it will be that. So we have to share a ring one time.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. And I tell you what would be great as well, because it would be great to show the tactics, the boxing brain of you two. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can see that from that fight. She knew how to place the shots, where to place them. Guard was perfect. So no, it's going to be a great addition to, like you say, you're not a new pro. It's just that you've come over to England, and now it's just going to be leaps and bounds, isn't it? So hopefully Fight Zone will just step you up.
So I think your presence on Friday night has upset the apple cart. Is that your mission, to upset the apple cart in British boxing?
Yeah, I think because people got an idea about all the boxers on the card, but they didn't know me.
Yeah.
So I came like a surprise.
And it was a nice surprise. So listen, I'm going to let you get off because I know you've got loads of friends and family with you. Thank you so much for giving us your time today, and I cannot wait to see you back in the ring.
Thanks to you, Jackie. Thank you. Thanks to you, Jackie, and thanks to Lee to be present.
Skye Nicholson on DAZN last night, debut in America. I mean, what an absolute cracking first fight. Your thoughts, Lise?
Do you know what? I think she's a lovely person. She comes across really, really well, and her skill set is unbelievable. I hated the commentary kept going on about she's not showing power. But I'm sorry, boxing is not always about power, and it's about the opponent in front of you. She had a come forward opponent, so a spin-off hook, bang, every time, bang. She didn't need to do anything more. So it's like, yeah, she bossed it. And has she got power? I think she's got power, but she didn't need to do that on that fight. You've got to stick to what your corner's telling you for that fight. It's her pro debut. Yeah, I think the first round, I would have given it the other girl because she caught her with some clean shots down the middle, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
But I think just because Skye had her distance and her timing a little bit wrong, that's all it was. And then after round two, bang on. Absolutely smashed it. And I know they were saying about she needs to go back to a coach and look at combinations and maybe not just do the one shots, but it's her pro debut and she's been in the amateur game all that time. And yes, she does have the amateur style, but as a southpaw, a lot of southpaws are a counter boxer, aren't they? So you can't then say, because she's not come forward fighting. She didn't need to. She looked classy. She boxed lovely. Classy. Yeah,
she looked. Listen, it was a great first outing. For those that haven't seen it, it's on DAZN. She had a great first outing, unanimous decision. For me, it was like she did what she needed to do with the tools that she has right now. And what I think people seem to forget, like you, I've been reading a few of the comments and there was stuff about power and there was stuff about she can't box. Somebody responded to my comment, she can't box. I was like, I don't know what you're watching. I really don't know what you're watching. And I think what they were really upset about is what they deemed to be running. But please remind me again, what boxing is about. Is it hit and not get hit?
Exactly. And I messaged Skye not so long ago and said, well, I'd love to do some round sparring with you. And then I watched that and I'm like, you are my nightmare of an opponent. So yeah, I need to get rounds in with her because I hate the not runners, but yeah, you know, she's skilled in her attributes because, right, that girl, all she knew was to come forward. So Skye just waited, bang. So
the timing was impeccable. After the first round, the timing was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah. She just, the first round, it's a bit like not even thought of really, is it? Because she's not boxed for ages. It's a debut, the pressure's on, timing, and then she settled in then. Second round, boxed beautiful. It's irrelevant if people say she's got power. She's not got power. She's got boxing skills. She's Commonwealth champion. She's an Olympian. So, she's already achieved so much, and her boxing skills are there. Maybe adaptation to the pro game that
100%.
Will then show the power, but we all have to go through that. So. No, I really enjoyed watching her fight. She was bob on.
I'll tell you what's going to be great about her, because she's got the package, she's got the looks, which is important in social media nowadays, but she can box. She can actually box. She's a nice kid as well. But what I really loved about her was as the rounds went on, the confidence grew. There was a little bit of showboating. Do you know what I mean? A little bit of fancy footwork. And I thought, do you know what? People are going to be, sorry to say, but I think people will be surprised because they'll look at her and go, oh, I bet she can't box. And it's like, well, actually, she can.
Yeah, you look at her, she's stunning, isn't she? She's beautiful. She's got the whole like package, and she's really nice as a person. And then, like you say, boxing ability. Well, she just showed it there that night. The other girl was game, and it's awkward, isn't it? Southpaw against southpaw never really happens very often. So southpaws are always used to boxing orthodox. So for that to happen on your debut, you're like, wow. And she took it in a stride. She took a couple of shots in the first round, and then that's pretty much it. After that, she took nothing. She just kept picking the girl off with that hook spin, which Gorgeous. Is the most hateful. No, it's my most hateful shot.
You used to do it a lot. Natasha Jonas used to do it a lot in the amateurs. It used to crack me. It used to make me, because like it's hard to even, like they've gone.
Where are they? It's so annoying.
Do you think that, I've always said this, and it does sometimes upset people, and it's not meant to be rude or to discredit people's ability, but I've always said, once the strong amateurs start passing through over that professional threshold, the game will change again. The level will go up. Is this what we're now seeing with all these girls coming into the game?
It's changed. I'm no joke. I think in the past year, it's gone massive. Like, obviously, I had my baby, and then I was coming back last year, pulled my shoulder. Obviously, I had it operated on. But I spoke to my management, and they're like, it's actually a bit of a blessing, Louise. And I went, how's it a blessing? They went, because it's massive now. So I'm just like, wow. And it's ace to see that we're on the stepping stones now. We've got to thank from the bottom. We've got to thank, from the starter, we've got to thank Jane, haven't we? Jane Couch.
100%.
She's our woman, isn't she? That got us there. And then for the amateur game and now the pro game, Kate Taylor,
and Clarissa Shields, because I think it was when those two changed over, that's when it changed the game.
Massive. And Clarissa Shields and Sav fight, can't bloody wait for it.
I Literally. And I don't even know if
right.
they really hate each other or if it's just a little bit of banter. I'm not sure, but it's working for me.
I'm looking at a different Sav now, like, because she's so quiet normally, and she's been brilliant. And you know what? I love her to bits. And I have the utmost respect for Clarissa. She's actually blocked me on Twitter because I think I said on her last fight she didn't show the punching power like Sav's got, and that's not me being disrespectful. I just think Sav has more punching power, but skill set, she's phenomenal, fast hands. It's gonna be a cracking fight, and I'm there. I'm definitely there. That's one fight. I'm having a date night with the husband. He'll be gutted because we're going boxing. Get baby looked after, and yeah, I'll definitely be at that fight because it's like I can't wait for Katie Taylor's fight with Amanda Serrano. However, I'm more excited for Sav and Clarissa, but I think it's because it's my home girl, isn't it? So.
It's true. To be honest, so am I. Do you think there's a little bit of a problem at the minute? Because I feel like in boxing you can't have an opinion at the minute because this kind of cancel culture. We're paid, to give our reviews on fights, or if somebody asks me, and I'm guessing you're the same as me, having been a coach, you tend to tell what you see. Would I be correct in thinking that?
Yeah, it's hard at times, Jackie. It's like I'm an honest person, and I then get crucified. Say on Twitter, someone says something, and I'll respond and I'll be dead honest. And then it's like, then I'm like hated for it. And, it's hurtful at times. And it does get to you because at the end of the day, I'm just a normal person I've got my little baby boy. But I'm not going to be dishonest. And I don't want to flower things up just to tick boxes for social media. I'm going to say, that fight wasn't very good or they didn't do very well. And do you know what? I worry for my return fight. Yeah, I'm going to have ring rust. I'm scared 3 years out. God, am I going to have my time in? Am I going to be good enough? What are people going to think about me? But I just have to take it on the chin because it is what it is. And if I box bad, I will tell you I've boxed bad. I'm not. I'm a self-critic. I will. Mick, my coach, will always say, "You always put yourself down. You always do this. You always do that." But it's better to be like that than to think that you're a superstar when you actually box really crap. It's one of those, isn't it?
I think people don't learn anything by having smoke blown up the backside. To be quite honest. I always think there's something good that you can find in a fight. However, personally, people that know me, if you ask my opinion about something, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I might expect people to tell me the truth as well. Talking about comebacks, listen, do you have a date? Firstly, how is the shoulder doing?
Oh, it's been tough. I'm not joking. It's been a tough journey. When it happened, I was just about to sign. I was literally about to sign a deal with Frank Warren. And so obviously I'm made up for Raven and I'm so chuffed she's got that. But literally I was just about to sign a deal with Frank Warren. So, and then bang, my shoulder, I tore full thickness tear of my tendon in my rotator cuff. Had an operation in November. I'm about 13 weeks post-op now, and the recovery was horrendous, especially with the baby boy, because I was in a sling for 6 weeks. I had to get my mum to come and help and things like that because I couldn't pick him up or do anything. So, but me being me, and I won't ever let anything defeat me. I thought, no, it's not happening. So I used to get shooting pains in the night and I'm thinking, I'm not going to be able to come back here. It's that this isn't going to recover. But I've pushed on and I've stuck with my physio, done everything like that. And now I'm at a point now where I'm like in full training again, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I've had 4 spars back. Yeah, my timing's off. Yeah, I'm not sharp. But I'm getting the rounds in. My shoulder's holding up. It's feeling good. It's feeling strong. I've got a new S&C coach now, so he's absolutely murdering me. I'm having a laugh with him every day. Like, I'm not been able to walk for 2 weeks. But he's at Christian Blacklock. He trains Tyson Fury, and I found him through my. It was through Cryo Express. They were like, "Why don't you go and train with him?" I was just like, I messaged him, and he's like, "Yeah, come on board, Lise." And he's bob on, and he knows his shit. So I'm working with the best now. Yeah. I've got obviously Mick, who's always been my coach. He knows me inside out. And then my sparring, we're just at the moment just having light spars. I'm not having like really tough spars, but I'm just going to building it up. But yeah, it's actually. Can
we see you out soon? Can we see you out soon?
Yeah, it's a blessing in disguise, because I'm looking like I'm going to get a lot of a better deal now.
Wow. Nice.
I can't obviously announce who it's with at the moment, but looking to be out back in May, boxing in May, and the route for what my manager is doing is that I should be getting a world title shot by the end of the year. So,
hallelujah.
Yeah, and do you know what? It's not going to be an easy route though, Jackie. I'm not being gifted a fight. I'm not being gifted an opponent. It's going to be a
crack on though, don't you?
Yeah, and I don't want to win a world title against someone who isn't a tough opponent. You know, I want to beat the best to be the best, and then obviously smash this year, and then next year should be massive. But you know, I get a lot of critics. I get a lot of people against me, and it's me, like, because I am a bit of an outspoken person. I will tell the truth, but the only reason I'm doing this is for my baby boy, and to earn a living for him, for a future for him. And if I have to get abuse on Twitter and get abuse here and there, whatever, I'll do it.
Out in public, they'll say what they need to say, and behind closed doors, there's whispers and whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the difference, that you're willing and I'm willing to say things that most people are thinking, but they don't want to say because it might ruin their career, or it might, they might. Do you know what I'm saying? It's
hard because of social media, isn't it? And I hate social media. I'm not going to lie. And
but we love it when people watch us.
Yes, exactly. But it's like, you've just got to remember that there's a real person there, and you know, there is struggles there for every individual. You think of every female boxer and male boxer that are trying to get where they're getting. I've got my baby to look after, as well as trying to train full time as an elite athlete, as a professional boxer, and it's really tough at times. And people ask me, why are you doing it? And I'm like, because my self-belief that I know I can be a world champion, and that's what takes me to the next level. And I'm not being disrespectful to people. It's just, I know I just have that just that utter belief in myself, and I want to do it for my boy. That's all. Yeah. You know, I didn't think before Jensen was even here I would ever box again. And then when we got through and he was safe and he was like 20 weeks on his way, I was like, Mummy's going to be a world champion for you. And that's what I want to do for him. You've had cuddles with him. How can I not be a world champion for him?
I think he's too sweet, honestly. He's far too sweet. Lise, I think people say what they need to say. it's water off a duck's back, let it ride off your back. Because what I have noticed, especially after yesterday, she boxed so well, Skye, and she still got criticism, so you can't win. Thank you very much for joining me for the first ever Real Ladies of Boxing. Beautiful.
Oh, no.
Formerly known as Ladies' Day, but we've changed it. We've changed it. But yes, hopefully I will see you soon in the ring. I cannot wait for you to be back.
I'll be there.
Oh, I will be. Trust me. Thanks very much.